Andy, back at home tomorrow night. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, looking forward to another night under the lights. It's open for good atmosphere against Rushall, who will be a tough opposition because they've done some good results over the last few games. Drew 0-0 with Darlington the other day, and yeah, it'll be a tough task, but full focus on how my side approach it and making sure we pick up from a good point on the weekend.
I know you'll look back at Saturday again. Any extra thoughts from what you said on Saturday after the game?
I still think it's a good point. I think it was a resilient performance. Could we have been a little bit tighter in the final thirds and created a few more chances? Yeah, probably could have done. But I think if someone said to you before you went away from home, before the start of the game, and went away, you're going to pick a point up, whether it's a 0-0, 2-2, 1-1, the same points total afterwards. So yeah, I think a clean sheet breeds a bit more confidence for the players as well, and we know that we're hard to beat. So if we can tidy up in possession and final third entries, then we'll cause teams problems, which we will do because we've been working on. And not every game's going to be the same, and we have to realise that we're not going to turn up to teams and score 3 or 4. It's not going to happen this league. And there's games where you might get the odd freak game, but every team works hard. Every team's got good coaches now. And I keep saying the distance between actual full-time and part-time isn't that much now, because part-time players usually have personal trainers and the gap in the fitness levels isn't too far apart. The only thing that you get different is probably detail and message you get from the coaching staff, but you still train Tuesday, Thursdays, so they have a lot of time with the players. So that is getting more and more difficult, full-time, part-time. That's why I see a lot of results in the FA Cups go that way, towards the part-time teams, because all the players are fit, and it's gone the days where you play against part-time teams who don't do any work. They're all working now.
I touched on it a little bit at the weekend. I touched on it with the players. We've had quite a tough run of away games when you just break down the away games. I think the 4 that I said was Brackley, Shields, Curzon and Chester. We've got 10 points out of them. Last season we got nothing, and that should show how positive them results are.
Yeah, I didn't look back until people said it has been a tough start. Granted, we've lost 1 game all season. As a home performance can still improve, and the tempo in home performance can still improve. But we've got signs of a good start, a building block, and we've got 35 games to go now where we've built a good base, and we have had some tough games against good opposition. We were all in and around the top 10 teams. So yeah, I mean, even Oxford, when we came at home, they'll start a run of form now. Run by a good manager, and they've got a good side who were relegated last year. So we are looking to improve our final third entries and be a bit more front foot. So hopefully starting tomorrow we can see that.
And obviously the point on Saturday becomes a really good point if you make it 4 from 2, doesn't it, tomorrow night?
Exactly that. As long as we keep knocking down this points total that we're after, it's another point towards where we want to be. And I know there's some frustration in the way we performed, but I still see it as a very good point. And not many teams will go to Chester and get a result because they're an organised side. They're thereabouts, and like I said, when we played them, they were 3rd, so it's a tough game. We're still top of the league right now, and we've got a run of games where if you have any ambition to win the league, you have to go and get performances and results here.
It's also top of the league with a game in hand against most teams as well, which is next Tuesday, so that's also an opportunity down the line, isn't it?
It is, yeah, and it has got a little bit closer. Teams are closing the gap, but as I say, we've got this run of fixtures now where we need to start putting our foot down. We need to start making sure that we get the performances to match the results. And it's something to work on, something I spoke to the players about. Again, you might have seen a little bit of a rustiness about us because we've missed a week of actual game, but I think it's all the fitness levels were there. I think every single player played 9 minutes, and they were still fit and fighting towards the last couple of minutes. So you could see that tight, fair game. It wasn't a classic by all means, but both teams probably cancelled each other out. Chester only made 1 sub, and it just shows you how tight of a game it was, because they didn't want to risk anyone disrupting their flow of the game. Where same with us, we didn't want to disrupt the flow, because sometimes the momentum goes and and you might not track the runner because you've not been in game. It takes a few minutes to get into a game up to match speed. So, yeah, there's loads of things that I was pleased about, and there's loads of things we can work on.
In terms of Rushall, then, your thoughts on them this season so far?
Yeah, they've had a tough start. Got a couple of good results, but yeah, again, we're expecting another organised side that come here to the Attis Arena and put in hard work, because that's what every team does when they come to the Attis Arena. You want to say Glanford Park, the Attis Arena. Yeah, there's we understand that teams do come here and sit back a little bit. It's up to us to break them down, but again, even on that side, it'd be defensive resolute, because we know that counter attacks, long throws, set pieces, all will come against us if we make a mistake. So it's been concentrated for 95 minutes against a tough, organised side, but I keep saying that if we get the pitches and the patterns right that we work on daily outside, we will cause teams problems.
In terms of team news, is it just as we were?
As we were, yeah, no injury issues. Carlton's back running. He's looking pain-free now. I spoke to him just a minute ago, so he's pain-free. So we'll look to up his training a little bit. And yeah, can't wait to unleash Carlton a little bit, because there's a lot of pent-up frustration for him. A lot of things that he wants to get out there and prove that he deserves this chance. And yeah, I can't wait to see him get out there. So I mean, again, he's looking happier himself.
Do you put a timescale on him, or do you just see how he progresses?
See how he progresses, hopefully. Back end of this week towards beginning of next. That's me being honest, I don't 100% know. It's all playing by Carl's reaction to training.
Just finally, you said another night under the lights. We know how special they can be, and the last one was a Friday night here. Just need that atmosphere again, get behind the boys. Yeah,
that positive atmosphere that we have. We're thankful for having a great fan base and supporters. And when you turn up in your numbers, it does really make a difference, because the players react off it. I've said it before, as soon as you get that little bit of excitement, a little bit of chill in the air, you start to realise, wow, we're in a game here. And again, I keep saying, hopefully we can get you off your seats, get you on your toes and chanting, because we need that, you want that, and we're all fighting for that, because we know football's tough, but we know that if we do things right and get things right on the pitch, we can have a really good time here.